3 books that transformed the way I think about self-development. Number 1, Awaken the Giant Within by Anthony Robbins. This is the book that fundamentally changed my life some 13, 14 years ago when I felt stuck, unmotivated, unfulfilled. I thought those golden handcuffs of a big city career were going to keep me trapped for the rest of my life. And I needed something more. And I turned to this book out of desperation rather than inspiration. And it lit me up in so many ways. It taught me some really foundational learnings, such as it's not the events that shape our lives, but our beliefs about them. That just shook my world in so many ways. It also introduced me to the skill of coaching. I trained with the guy that trained Anthony Robbins and learnt the skill of corporate executive style life coaching and became my own best client for the next 3 or 4 years and optimized absolutely everything in my life due to this one book. This is the greatest self-development book I think you'll ever get, apart from this one. This is my self-development book called Let's Do This, How Motivational Psychology Can Change Your Habits for Life. The reason this is an important book, because as I was researching this book, I learned so much about willpower and realized that willpower is like a metaphorical muscle. The more you use it, the quicker it runs out. Therefore, to make lasting change, it's got nothing to do with willpower. It's all about unlocking the ambivalence in your brain. And with that knowledge, and ambivalence being that love-hate relationship you have with any type of change, with that knowledge was able to help hundreds of thousands, if not into the millions now, of people completely transform their relationship with alcohol. All sparked by this book, which is a cool one. The third book, Falling Upwards by Richard Rohr. This is the book that I've read the most times. And by the way, I reread all of my books over and over again if they're good books. Richard Rohr is a spiritual wise guide in many ways, and what it opened me up to the fact that actually there's a layer above self-development that trumps self-development, and that is spiritual awareness, whatever that looks like for you, whatever shape or form that takes. But even from a coaching perspective, when people tap into something bigger than oneself, it's like a rocket fuel to a life well lived. And in this book, Richard Rohr really talks about the second stage of life, second half of life, when you've already achieved many of those egotistical goals, which are very important, by the way, such as cars and careers and houses and families. And it introduces this concept of a longer, deeper journey of real contribution, about planting trees whose shade you might never sit under. It jives so well with training and learning to become a coach. So for me, this book was also seminal in that adventure of courage to transform my busy city career into becoming a coach, to lead a life of contribution and servitude and just giving to others. Game changer. So they are the 3 books that have completely transformed my view of self-development. Hopefully you'll enjoy them too. Let me know how you get on.